I use NoRemorse Genie. I just hit the purse so sweet with Hot Thoughts TV.
Smoke a purse so sweet with Hot Thoughts TV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's Hot Thoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a purse so sweet with Hot Thoughts TV.
Alright, bet. So we're going down.
What's up with it?
Oh, shit.
What's up with it?
Yeah, so for everybody that don't know, let them know like who we here with and where you from.
NoRemorse Genie. I'm from the north side, Houston, Texas. It's on 8. Come fuck with the kid, man. Come fuck with him.
Just a little more background on the name, you know, where the NoRemorse Genie come from, a little background, the story behind it.
It was always, I don't know, like the Genie shit, it's like a little funny story behind that shit, but the NoRemorse, they always been a brand. Like, we put agency on it, like, I said, like, I don't remember when we did it, but it was always no remorse, you feel me? Cause like, I came up with that shit when I was in jail. Like, no remorse, like, cause then when you in jail, that's when you figure out, like, don't nobody give a fuck about you, motherfuckers ain't answering the phone and shit. So when I got out, I was like, I'm on my no remorse shit, like, I don't care about none of this shit, like, I don't care about nobody, I'm just gonna focus, lock in, type shit. Genie is like some shit I have in the studio, I ain't gonna even speak on that shit, but yeah, it's no remorse, just the part you need to know, that part.
Yeah, for sure. Just talking a little bit more about the experiences you might have had in your past. What were maybe some shit that happened like early on in your childhood that might have leaned you over into like, you know, maybe it wasn't school that you were focused on, maybe it was other shit that started taking your attention.
Death, bro. Death was what fucked me up. Cause it's like, you can go through a whole bunch of, gangster shit, bro, but the death is what fuck you up when you looking and when you looking at somebody in that casket knowing you ain't gonna never talk to them no more, and it's all because of the decision we made and the life we chose, type shit. So it's like you could A, say I'm done with this shit, or you could B, say I'm gonna retaliate, but ain't no such thing as A, ain't no such thing as being done, ain't no such thing as that. Once you're too deep, once you so deep in, ain't no such thing as that. So that's why I say fuck me up. The death. You feel me? The death, that's what fucked me up. Type shit. Yo, for sure that.
And how early was that? Like not necessarily that experience, but just like, did that become like a toll that started affecting you, like just growing up and shit? Like how
Man, yeah, it became a big emotional toll on the nigga, but then after a while, that shit became like numb. That shit came numb. Like, you be like, shit, ain't no sense in me sitting here crying all day, being depressed and shit. Like, I ain't know what come with this shit. Feel me? But it still hurt though. It still hurt. So,
Did that lead into music? Have music always been a part of your life, or?
Nah, I just started doing music. I just started doing music probably like 2-3 years ago. They had to make me rap. I didn't want to rap type shit. I didn't want to be no rapper. Cause I ain't never not want to do it, but it was always far-fetched for me. Like man, I ain't gonna make it doing that shit. You feel me? That's why I was not rapping. But they kind of made me rap, cause they like, shit, you gonna do something. You ain't just finna sit around this motherfucker not doing shit. So shit, cause I actually graduated high school through everything I've been through. That's why I always tell niggas, bro, if I can graduate high school, anybody can, bro. Cause I feel like I've been through a bunch of shit. You feel me? As far as with school and beef, all this shit I had going on, I still graduated. So I feel like anybody can graduate. But that's besides the point. Yeah, like after I graduated, I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing shit. You feel me? So they were like, shit, you gonna do something?
Yeah.
Like niggas that come up older than me, like you gonna do something? Shit, why not that? Just do that. You feel me? See what it do.
Yeah.
That's really how I started rapping on some shit.
For sure. And you said like you had experienced like a lot just growing up. So like, what was maybe some shit that you went through that not the average teenager, young adult situation that might be in?
Like, so growing up, it was always like little clique beef and shit. When niggas dying and shit. So imagine like you and this one little clique, you and your day ones or whatever, and you transfer out that school and go to the school with the ops. I gotta go to school with these niggas. Like, I have to be around these niggas every day, every school day. I gotta wake up and go see these niggas. Like, knowing the history behind this shit and everything that's going on, niggas getting shot, niggas, you know what I'm saying, niggas getting beat up, all this type of shit. So, man, I feel like ain't nobody get jumped at school more than me. Cause I still came to school with the I don't give a fuck attitude, like, fuck y'all type shit. So, niggas weren't having that shit. I respect it, shit. But I just ain't no host, so shit. It is what it is. So, shit. That's really, like, I feel like ain't nobody got to go through that. Nobody got to go through that because I ain't even, like, my mama was so, like, into what she was doing. Like, she working, trying to get a nigga, you know what I'm saying, in a better situation. So she really wasn't paying attention. And I wasn't finna tell her and put that stress on her, like, damn, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get him in a better situation, I'm putting him in a worse situation. So I wasn't even telling her type shit. She eventually found out because, like I said, I was getting jumped at school, so they calling her, telling her, like, whoop the whoop, this and that, you feel me? They even, but I went to alternative school for getting jumped just so they could get me away from them niggas. Like, yeah, they sent me to alternative school. That's some fucked up shit. Y'all got me going to school with bad kids and shit because I'm getting jumped at school by these niggas. So, yeah. And they eventually kicked me out the district about that shit, too, so.